Chef Trunfio fish tacos. So freaking good. Love this. Yum. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the most amazing fish tacos in the world, and they are easy. Anyone can do it. Perfect for after you've been to the beach, after a surf, after a swim in the pool. Kids love it, adults love it, especially when you add that spicy jalapeno in there. Spicy. I'm going to teach you how to make my famous chipotle mayo, which is an ingredient I add to absolutely everything. It's imperative you have it in your fridge if you're cooking any of my recipes. So let the games begin. This is a secret and I'm giving it to you. The proper chipotles to use are chipotle peppers in adobe sauce. So you're gonna get your chipotles. If you want, you can put them into a food processor and you put your sauce there. So we're gonna add that sauce directly into our mayonnaise. And then we're gonna chop up our chipotles in adobe sauce. We're just gonna chop the crap out of them. You want to make sure they're chopped up really small, because if you're going to put this into a squirt bottle to use, then you don't want any of the flesh of the chipotle pepper getting stuck in the little tube, because I've done that before, and pressure, explosion. You're going to want to like chop these up as small as you can, so you can still have some texture. My kids love when I cook because I'm either cooking with them or they get to watch TV, which doesn't happen otherwise. So we're gonna add the chipotle peppers to the mayo. I'm making a lot today because we're gonna store this in the fridge. Now we've got our chipotles and our mayo. Really difficult, right? We're going to get our juicer, which is one of my favorite kitchen tools ever. Something about this, I don't know, it's just really fun to. We're gonna squeeze a lime in there. This brings me such joy making chipotle mayonnaise. I actually bring my own chipotle mayonnaise to every Mexican restaurant I go to because some of them don't have it, and I love it on my rice and beans. We're gonna mix this up, and you'll see you don't really get your color yet. The color comes when it's been like marinating for a little bit. That's why I like to make it early and set it aside. Look at how beautiful and creamy that is. Now we're gonna add our little salt, a little pepper, throw that in. I'm gonna taste it and then put it aside for our fish tacos. Chef Trunfio chipotle mayo. Essential item for everyone's refrigerator. Really easy to make, really good, and if you're cooking my recipes, you're gonna need this. Chef Trunfio chipotle mayo, that is bowled, plated, done, ready to eat. For everything, because it's so yummy! I'm gonna show you how to make the most delicious and easy fish tacos. Let's get started. You can grab whatever white fish you want from the supermarket. I like to use tilapia. It's my go-to #1 favorite fish. We even stocked our pond with tilapia. So I'm excited for them to grow big and for us to use fresh tilapia from our pond for our next fish taco. We're gonna marinate it. My marinade is super easy, no hassles. In here I've got my tilapia fillets. For this amount of fish, I'm using a cup of olive oil and a cup of agave nectar and half a cup of Old Bay. Old Bay is key. Throw that all in there. Use extra Old Bay if you want, but we're just going to massage that into the fish. So this is about half a cup of olive oil, half a cup of agave nectar. You could also use honey if you don't have agave, and 1/4 cup of Old Bay. And we're just going to marinate that fish in there. Put our pieces of fish in a bowl, and I just like to sprinkle a little extra because I'm extra. Make sure they're nicely coated. I'm going to make sure that all of these pieces get marinated. See this one got neglected and he was on the bottom too. You just want to make sure they have that nice like auburn color. Pour the rest of that marinade over the top and let that sit. We're going to take it over to the stovetop, heat up our skillet and get this cooking. Let's do it. So we've already got the marinade and we've got that sweet agave or honey if you've used honey in there. And that's gonna help the fish really caramelize on the edge and make it crunch. And then we've got that Old Bay to spice it and that olive oil. Oh, strawberry ear party spray. Love these cups. So cool, so cool, so cool. All right, where's my olive oil? Right here. Just gonna get that pan really nice and hot there. Grab our fish and add that to the pan. You can already start smelling the aromas of that fish and with all that seasoning. And I like to move the agave and oil, the marinade, close to the fish because it gets like yummy and chewy. As soon as you start seeing it become opaque, we're gonna flip it. The longer you marinate it, the better if you can, because that flavor is really gonna infuse in there and you're gonna get a beautiful color. Moving that oil over to those edges. You also don't have to be too precious with it because you're going to put it in tacos, so you're going to cut it up anyway. So if you want to separate it while it's in the frying pan, feel free to do it. It makes the whole thing a lot easier and you know when it's cooked. Separate them like this if you want. Separate them like this. And that's it. They're ready to put on tacos. There you have it. Some beautiful, juicy, marinated tilapia ready to put onto our fish tacos. So we're gonna pickle some red onion. It sounds intimidating, but it's not. It's actually easy. So if you don't have time to pickle some red onion, just thinly slice red onion and add it onto the toppings. Really thinly slice a red onion, one whole red onion. Boom. We're gonna put our red onion into a bowl and then we're gonna get some hot water. You can also do this in a jar because you're probably going to want to store these in the fridge. We're going to pour 1 cup of boiling hot water or hot water into our mix. We're going to pour half a cup of apple cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Make sure all of the onions are soaked in the water mixture. Warm water is going to help the sugar and salt dissolve, and you're just going to leave this for like at least an hour. And once you're done, you can put them in the fridge and use them for a couple weeks. We have everything that we need to top our tacos. We have our fish that's come fresh off the skillet, some really finely sliced red peppers. We have some cabbage, you could use red or green, cilantro, jalapenos. I'm using fresh ones, but you could also use pickled ones because they are so good. Our pickled red onion, our chipotle mayo, which the recipe is below, and some fresh lime. We are going to take our tacos and we're going to heat them up in a skillet by flipping them every like 30 seconds. And we're just going to be flipping them over until we can't handle it anymore. Okay, good. All right, let's get this out of the way. We are going to plate this dish. Do a little spread of chipotle down the center. So I like to use my cabbage as my base. I also have a really delicious apple slaw recipe, which will be below. Then we're gonna take our piece of fish and just, I'm eating this one, don't judge. Some red peppers.
Mommy.
Yes, baby.
Taco.
You want more tacos? Pickled red onion. Some.
Mommy.
Yes, baby. Cilantro and our jalapenos. I like mine really spicy. And then, just as a little garnish, because I love chipotle mayo so much, so I'm gonna drop a little bit of that on top. There you have 1 fish taco. Let's get the other one made. So just to show you the difference, we'll make this one a little bit different. We're gonna put chipotle mayo first. Then we're gonna throw our fish on second. That fish is so delicious. I'm gonna add our cabbage, peppers, cilantro, our pickled red onions, our jalapenos, little garnish of chipotle mayo, And there you have it. Check it out. That is the Chef Trunfio take on fish tacos. There are many more of versions of fish tacos that I have. The link is below. Make sure to make that chipotle mayo yourself. And let's try this baby out. Fish tacos is a bomb. And that is plated. For more recipes like this, quick, easy, and simple, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like and comment below so I can keep up with what's going on. I'll see you guys again next week.